Do you want to know if Enroll app is a way to find the best testing jobs where you can get paid to test websites and apps, or if it is a waste of time? Then this video is for you. My name is Michael and I've joined and tested this platform here and compared it to the many other sites and apps I have used to make some extra money by testing websites and apps. And in this Enroll app review, I will give you an inside look and show both the pros and the cons and show you some very important details because it has some very unusual aspects compared to many similar sites, and you need to be aware of that. I will show and explain all this here so you can find out if this really is the right opportunity for you or not. So Enroll app, even though the name is app, then it is actually just a website you can join and potentially get access to getting paid for testing websites and apps before they launch, after launch, to test for different errors and help them improve websites and apps. And as you can see here on the website, it says, let's make the web a better place. That's kind of the slogan of them here. Be heard, not just part of the herd. So kind of a clever slogan there. And personally, I do like websites or platforms in general where you can get paid for doing these user tests because usually they can be quite fun and can pay quite well. So let's start by going over how you can supposedly earn here. And then I'll log in and show you some quite unusual things about Enroll app that you really need to consider. So on Enroll's website, there is a sample test, and therefore I can show you exactly how it would potentially work if you get access to a paid test here. Because often on platforms like this, you're not allowed to show the actual test because they are confidential, but here you can just click and test it here, or I can show you how it works. So I would just go through here and there are some different questions. For example, I need to click on some things to get some inspiration for my upcoming trip. So I can just choose anything here and then continue and begin the next question. And then there are all these different questions. So how it usually works with both Enroll and other user testing sites is that you get some kind of task and then you reply to questions or you navigate. Sometimes you even record your thoughts, so you record when you navigate so they can see exactly what you think. And this is how you can supposedly earn, because this feedback will be used to improve different websites. And it's definitely in general a legit and real way to earn. And it can also be fun. But when it comes to Enroll app, yes, then you can see an example here. It looks like any other user test, but when you log in, that's when it starts becoming quite unusual compared to other users testing platforms. So let's log in and see what you get on the inside and what you need to consider before signing up. So I have now logged into Enroll app, and usually when you join user testing platforms, then when you log in, you will be able to see the available tests. On most platforms, there are not a huge number of available tests, and then you will just receive an invitation via email when there is available tests. But when it comes to Enroll, it's quite different because now I've logged in and I'm on the dashboard, and then you can see there's all these different polls, very short questions I need to reply here or answer. And then below you can see the available tests. But what they say is that you should just answer the questions above, and then you will have a better chance of getting tests. And you can see the same if you go to the achievements. There's also something that shows how far you are. I'm right now on mission 1, and then I just need to start here and answer as many polls as possible, and then that will supposedly increase my chances of getting paid tests. But they're not very transparent about how that would help or how many I would need to reply or answer to and how long it could take. And it's not unusual that you have to answer some profile questions on user testing platforms to get access to it, but the way they do it here on Enroll is quite unusual. It's quite engaging because you can follow your progress, so you can see your different badges here, and it just really does not take long to answer these different questions. You can see I would just need to choose one answer and click submit there, and then I would move on, and that's just how it moves here. So you can quite quickly take a lot of these polls. However, I have been a member of Enroll for quite a while, and you can see I have currently answered 54 polls. That's not a lot when you look at the progress. It's possible to take hundreds or even thousands. I will show you some examples of people that have tried this a little bit later. But for now, I just want to make it clear that this seems very appealing. But so far, I've only managed to complete 5% of my mission. And my mission, I don't even know what that really means. They just say answer these to increase your chances. And so far, I have not received any paid tests invitation here on Enroll. And that's just very unusual because you can end up spending a lot of time answering these small questions, even though each of them does not take long. Then if you just keep going through it, it can just become very boring and you can end up spending a lot of time. And personally, as I said, I have not experienced getting any paid tests. But let's also look into a little bit about other people's experiences. I have just jumped to Trustpilot to show you some other people's experiences because, as mentioned, I have not personally been able to qualify for any paid tests on Enroll, and I find it quite draining to keep answering those short polls without any more information about what I can expect. And the reason I then show you Trustpilot is that you can see some other people with the same experiences there. I usually do not look too much on Trustpilot reviews for sites like this because in my experience, they can easily be manipulated, and also people that leave reviews there tend to be people that are unhappy with it, and there may be hundreds of people that are happy with different online earning opportunities. They can not be bothered to write review because they just use the sites and make money. So therefore, I'm not usually looking at Trustpilot, but in this case, I think it can be quite interesting to look at. For example, someone here has answered 1,634, still no paid work. And the next one answered 200 questions. Here answered 1,000 questions. Someone also say that I have not received any paid tests, and there's not one single person on this page that say that they have been able to get paid tests. I just want to make it clear that that does not mean that you will not necessarily be able to find any paid test here. It just means that I have not been able to find any, and the many people that have shared their experiences on Trustpilot also have not been able to find any paid test, even though some of them have answered thousands of these short polls. If you have been able to find any paid tests yourself, I would love to hear from you. Just leave a comment below. Also, if you have taken polls here, please share how many you've taken and if you have been able to get access to paid work or not. But this is just something to be aware of. You have all these polls, but there's no guarantee, even if you just keep answering thousands of them, there's no guarantee you will ever get any paid tasks. So usually I would then also talk about the payout methods when it comes to different ways of making money online. In Enroll app's case, I cannot really be bothered because it's a little bit irrelevant in my opinion, because I have not been able to find any paid tasks, and everyone I have heard of have not been able to find any paid tasks. I'm not saying it's not possible at all, and they do have a low payout threshold if you manage to find any paid tasks, and you can get paid in PayPal. So just to make that clear. But as you can see, it's extremely difficult to ever find paid tasks here. You have to answer a lot of these short polls. It can be engaging and fun at first, but once you've started answering 10, 20, maybe hundreds of thousands and still not received any paid work, and there's no information about how many you should answer to get paid work, then they're just collecting information and you just wasting your time, in my opinion. There are so many great websites that pay really well and where you do not have to go through this. You just sign up, maybe answer a few profile questions, and then you will be invited to different tests. I also have a video about great platforms for that. I will leave a link in the top corner here and you can check that out. All those sites are sites that I have used and also received paid tasks from. So I would suggest you to look into that instead if you want to get paid to test websites and apps, because Enroll app just takes too much patience and there's no guarantee you will ever get any paid tasks. But no matter what, I hope this video helped you figure out exactly what to expect from Enroll and find out if this is something you want to invest your time into or not. And if the video helped you, then please make sure to hit the like button, and also don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss out next time there's a video with tips and tricks about different ways to make some extra money on the side online.